हेलो, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। तो हम लोग कर रहे थे लूसेंट बुक को, और जो चैप्टर है वो है चैप्टर 18 एटॉमिक एंड न्यूक्लियर फिजिक्स कर रहे थे हम लोग। उसमें एटॉमिक एंड न्यूक्लियर फिजिक्स करेंगे हम लोग आज। तो एटॉमिक फिजिक्स क्या होता है? एटॉम इज़ द स्मॉलेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ अ मैटर विच टेक्स पार्ट in chemical reaction. Atoms of the same element similar in mass, size and characteristics. Atom consists of three fundamental particles: electron, proton and neutron. All the protons and neutrons are present in the central core of atom called as nucleus. Electrons revolve around the nucleus. ये पार्ट था हम लोग केमिस्ट्री में पढ़ेंगे दोबारा। In an atom, electrons and protons are equal in number and have equal and opposite charge. Hence, atom is neutral. Properties of fundamental particles जैसे कि प्रोटॉन, न्यूट्रॉन और इलेक्ट्रॉन। मास कितना हो जाएगा? 1.672। प्रोटॉन और न्यूट्रॉन का सेम है, और इलेक्ट्रॉन का थोड़ा डिफरेंट हो जाता है कि 9.1 इंटू 10⁻31। चार्ज कितना है इसका? न्यूट्रॉन पे 0 चार्ज होता है, और प्रोटॉन पे कितना है? 1.6 इंटू 10⁻19। इलेक्ट्रॉन पे कितना है? -1.6 इंटू 10⁻19। रदरफोर्ड, चैडविक और जे थॉमसन डिस्कवर किया था। ठीक है। प्रोटॉन वाज डिस्कवर बाय गोल्डस्टीन एंड नेम्ड बाय रदरफोर्ड। ठीक है। प्रोटॉन को डिस्कवर किया था गोल्डस्टीन, और नेम कौन दिया था? रदरफोर्ड। ठीक है। Till today, several subatomic particles have been discovered. Some important of them are as follows. ठीक है। पार्टिकल क्या है? पोजीशन, मास की 9, और डिस्कवर कौन कह रहा है? एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन। ये चार्ट है। कैथोड रेज क्या होता है? इफ़ द गैस प्रेशर इज डिस्चार्ज इन अ डिस्चार्ज ट्यूब इज 10⁻² to 10⁻³ mm of Hg and a potential difference of 10⁴ volt. Potential difference of 10⁴ volt. 4 volt is applied between the electrodes. Then a beam of electrons emerges from the cathode, which is called a cathode ray. Hence, cathode rays are a beam of high energy electrons. Cathode is an electrode with a negative charge. ठीक है। Properties of cathode rays. Cathode rays are invisible and travel in straight line. These rays carry negative charge and travel from cathode to anode. These rays emerge perpendicular to the cathode surface and are not affected by the position of anode. Cathode rays travel with very high velocity, 1/10th of the velocity of light. These rays are reflected by electric and magnetic fields. These rays can ionize gases. These rays heat the material on which they fall. They can produce chemical change and thus affect a photographic plate. These rays can penetrate through thin metal foils. ठीक है। 10 point क्या है? The source of EMF used in the production of cathode rays is induction coil. When they strike a target of heavy metal such as tungsten, they produce X-rays. The nature of cathode rays is independent of the nature of cathode and the gas in the discharge tube. Positive or canal rays. If perforated cathode is used in a discharge tube, it is observed that a new type of rays are produced from anode, moving towards the cathode and passed through the holes of cathode. These rays are positively charged and are called positive rays or canal rays or anode rays. These rays were discovered by Goldstein. ठीक है। Properties of canal rays. Positive ray consists of positively charged particles. These rays travel in a straight line. These rays can exert pressure and thus possess kinetic energy. These rays are deflected by electric and magnetic field. These rays are capable of producing physical and chemical changes. These rays can produce ionization in gases. Radioactivity क्या होता है? Radioactivity is the sending out of harmful radiation or particles caused when atomic nucleic break up spontaneously. Radioactivity was discovered by Henry Becquerel, for which he received the Nobel Prize of Physics jointly with the Madame Curie and Pierre Curie. The nucleus having protons 83 or more are unstable. They emit alpha, gamma and beta particles and become stable. The elements of such nucleus are called as radioactive elements, and the phenomena of emission of alpha, beta and gamma particles are radioactivity. ठीक है. Beta particles are the fast moving electrons in the nucleus. An electron is created due to conversion of neutron into proton. ठीक है. Gamma rays are electromagnetic waves. Gamma rays emitted after the emission of alpha and beta rays. Robert Peary and his wife Madame Curie discovered a new radioactivity element, radium. The rays emitted by radioactivity were first recognized by Rutherford. The end product of all neutral radioactivity elements after emission of radioactivity rays is lead. Difference between stable and unstable न्यूक्लियस. स्टेबल में क्या होता है, लो एटॉमिक नंबर होता है, अनस्टेबल में हाई एटॉमिक नंबर होता है. स्टेबल में लो मास नंबर होता है, अनस्टेबल में हाई मास नंबर होता है. न्यूक्लियस ऑफ स्मॉल साइज, न्यूक्लियस ऑफ बिगर साइज. एन अपॉन पी का वैल्यू 1 होता है और एन अपॉन पी ग्रेटर देन 1 होता है. प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ अल्फा के टाइम बायोपार्टिकल. ऑरिजिन का है न्यूक्लियस तीनों का. नेचर क्या है, पॉजिटिव अल्फा, निगेटिव चार्ज बीटा का और न्यूट्रल होता है गामा का. कंपोजिशन हीलियम, इसका है इलेक्ट्रॉन, इसका है फोटोन. और मास, ठीक है. ये चार्ट है. केमिकल इफेक्ट है, इफेक्ट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक एंड मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. पेनिट्रेटिंग पावर है, आयोनाइजिंग पावर है और वेलोसिटी है. ठीक है. With the emission an alpha particle atomic number is decreases by 2 and mass number is decreases by 4. With the emission of a beta particle atomic number increases by 1 and mass number does not change. The effect on the mass number and atomic number with the emission of alpha, beta and gamma rays is decided by group displacement law of steady fission law. Radioactivity is detected by GM counter. The time in which half nuclei of the element is decayed is called as half-life of the radioactive substance. Cloud chamber is used to detect the presence and kinetic energy of radioactive particles. If it was discovered by C.R.T. Wilson. Radioactive carbon-14 is used to measure the age of fossils and plants. Carbon dating. In this method, age is decided by measuring the ratio of C612 and C614. Nuclear fusion and fusion. A nucleus is represented as X, Z or A, where Z is the number of proton called atomic number, A is the number of protons and number of electrons, and is called as mass number. Number of neutrons n equals to क्या होता है, A minus Z. A क्या था, A is the sum of the number of protons. ठीक है. And number of neutrons. For example, 92U 238 has 92 protons. जो नीचे होगा वो protons. Z जो है वो Z is the number of proton. और 238 minus 146 जो है न्यूट्रॉन्स और 238 न्यूक्लियस यानी प्रोटॉन्स प्लस न्यूट्रॉन्स. ठीक है. आइसोटोप्स क्या है, atoms having same atomic number but different mass number are isotopes. ठीक है. आइसोबार्स क्या होता है, atoms having same mass number but different atomic number are isobars. ठीक है. आइसोटोन्स क्या होता है, elements having the same number of neutron but different number of atomic number are called isotones. Nuclear fusion क्या होता है, nuclear reaction in which a heavy nucleus splits into two nuclei of nearly equal mass is nuclear fusion. The energy released in the nuclear fusion is called as nuclear energy. ठीक है. Nuclear fusion was first demonstrated by Strassman and Ohan. They found that when a U equals to 2 to power U is 235 nucleus is excited by a capture of neutron, it is placed into two nuclei, barium and proton. ठीक है. और चेन रिएक्शन क्या होता है, when uranium atom is bombarded with slow neutrons, fusion takes place. With the fusion of each uranium nucleus, on the average 3 neutrons and large energy is released. These neutrons cause for the fusion. Clearly, a chain of fusion of uranium nucleus starts, which contains still whole of uranium is exhausted. This is called the chain reaction. Next क्या होता है chain reaction? क्या होता है? Chain reaction is of the following two types: uncontrolled chain reaction or controlled chain reaction. Uncontrolled chain reaction, in each fusion reaction 3 or more neutrons are produced. These 3 neutrons may cause the fusion of 3 other, यानी कि U to power 235 nuclei, producing 9 neutrons, and so on. As a result, the number of neutrons goes on increasing till the whole of the fissionable material is consumed. This chain reaction is called uncontrolled. Uncontrolled रहता है और explosive chain reaction और कहते हैं इसको. This reaction proceeds very quickly and a huge amount of energy is liberated in a short time. Atom bomb क्या होता है? Atom bomb is based on the nuclear fusion. U2 to power 235 and Pu to power 239 are used as a fissionable material. This bomb was first used by USA against Japan in Second World War, 6th August 1945 at Hiroshima and 9th August 1945 at Nagasaki. Controlled chain reaction क्या होता है? Fission chain reaction which proceeds slowly without any explosion and in which the energy released can be controlled is known as controlled reaction. Actually, in this situation, only one of the neutrons produced in each fusion is able to cause further fusion. In controlled chain reaction, the rate of reaction remains constant. Nuclear reactor or atomic pile. Nuclear reactor is an arrangement in which controlled nuclear fusion reaction takes place. ठीक है, तो first nuclear reactor was established in Chicago and University under the supervision of Professor Fermi. There are several components of nuclear reactor which are as follows: fissionable fuel, ये दोनों यूज़ होता है U to power 235 और U to power 239. Moderator decreases the energy of neutrons so that they can be further used for fission reaction. Heavy water and graphite are used as moderator. Control rods of cadmium or boron are used to absorb the excess neutrons produced in fission of uranium nucleus so that the chain reaction continues to be controlled. ठीक है. Coolant क्या होता है? A large amount of heat is produced during fission. Coolant absorbs that heat and prevents excessive rise in the temperature. The coolant may be water, heavy water, D2 or deuterium. Hydrogen is an isotope of hydrogen or a gas like helium or carbon monoxide. CO2 carbon dioxide. ठीक है. Uses of nuclear reactor: to produce electrical energy from the energy released during fusion, to produce different isotopes which can be used in medical, physical, and agriculture science. Fast breeder reactor: a nuclear reactor which can produce more fissionable fuel than it consumes is called as fast breeder reactor. Nuclear fusion: when two or more light nuclei combine together to form a heavier nucleus, tremendous energy is released. This phenomenon is called as nuclear fission. A typical example of nuclear fission is HH or 2H helium analyzer 17.6 MeV. The energy released by sun and other stars is nuclear fusion. For the nuclear fission, a temperature of the order of 10 to the power 8 K required. Hydrogen bomb क्या होता है? Hydrogen bomb was made by American scientists in 1952. This is based on the nuclear fusion. It is 1000 times more powerful than the atom bomb. Mass energy relation: in 1905, Einstein established a relation between mass and energy on the basis of a special theory of relativity. According to this relation, mass can be converted into energy and vice versa according to the relation E equals to mc square. ठीक है, where c जो है वो velocity of the light है and E जो है वो energy equivalent of mass है. Albert Einstein was an American scientist. He was born in Germany. He was given Nobel Prize of Physics in 1921. Sun is continuously emitting energy. Earth is continuously receiving 4 into 10 to the power 26 joule of energy per second from sun. As a result, the mass of sun is decreasing at the rate of approximately 4 into 10 to the power 9 kg per second. But mass of sun is so large that it is estimated that the sun will continuously supply energy for next 10 to the power 9 years. ठीक है, next chapter क्या पढ़ेंगे? इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स. ठीक है, till then like, share and subscribe. till then, like, share एंड सब्सक्राइब. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट 19 चैप्टर पढ़ेंगे इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स. 18 चैप्टर तक कंप्लीट हो गया हमारा. ओके देन, हैव अ गुड डे.